Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Please, if you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button below. In today's video, we will be building our portfolio website using HTML, and we'll be learning a new concept called semantic elements. So this is semantic elements. We have the head, we have the div, we have the section, we have the article, we have the footer, and we have the aside. Traditionally, we do use div. Okay, it's even written here. They said it's written here. What are semantic elements? A semantic element clearly describes its meaning to both the browser and the developer. This is an example. You can see it. You know what header means. You know section, article, just like the normal English article we write. These are other semantic elements. We have the main. The main is where this is just where the main is. The main, this is where we write all our code. The code, all our codes are written inside the main, inside main. So someone may be wondering why semantic element. Well, semantic element helps to structure our website in a more meaningful way, which not only makes our code easier to read and understand and maintain, but also boosts what we call the SEO. SEO stands for the search engine optimization, like our Google, Yahoo, and the rest of them. Believe me, page 99, when it can be in page 1, let's just click on a website. Let's look for a website. Let's just let's put laptop, right? Let's just type laptop. So this is the search engine. The search engine just goes down, and you can see we have millions of websites written, millions of websites. You can see Amazon, different places where we can get the website that we actually require. Now you can see that some of them are displayed first, while some are on the first page. Now we can see that some of them are displayed. Now we can see, look at level 1. We have page 1, this page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. So what is the possibility that, and apart from this, we still have other pages. We still have several pages. So what is the possibility that your page will be in page 1 or it will be in page 10? Let's look at what is in page 10. You can see. So normally if someone is searching, the person will just go for the first page and just click on it, except if the person has your URL, uniform resource locator. That's when the person will just use your URL. But if I'm searching for an item online using either Google or any other search engine, I'll just click on it, and what it provides me, that is what I will use. So when we write our code using semantic elements, it enables the search engine to understand, like what was written in this place. Now let's scroll up. He said it enables it's the semantic element clearly describe its meaning to both the browser and the developer. Instead of us using div does not really give any description. We just know that, oh, div is like an invisible, is a container. We also know span. Now all these ones are, you can easily know that, oh, this is table, it is well defined. Article, it is well defined. Section, well defined. Footer, well defined. All there are English words that you can use. The nav, this nav stands for navigation bar, it is well defined. This is the navigation bar. So it's more better for us to write our website using semantic elements if we want our website to be visible to everyone. If you want the search engine to pick us first, because if you use that, that's part of the criteria it will use pick your, to rate your, or to rank your website. Like I said, EM to pick your website quite easily. So just look at the structure here. That's how the structure of our website is. When we are building our web page or our website, we have the header, we have the navigation bar. Look at this. This is the, okay, inside the header now. We have the header, good. The navigation bar. Look at the navigation bar here. We have different sections. This is a particular section here, and we have article written. If you scroll down, you can see our article written, and at the end we can see this page is very very long. So let me just move now. This is the footer, the end of the end of our page. This is the footer. This is just a good example of a website. So we'll be building similar website just using the knowledge of what we've learned, which is HTML, hypertext markup language, to just build a website. So gradually, as we proceed in the course, when we start learning more on CSS, we will start styling it. And to add functionality to our website, we use the JavaScript. So it's just a gradual process. So now I will move to my Visual Studio. This is my Visual Studio. So let me clear my screen. In order to make this lecture not too long, so I already created my directory. I told you the step of creating directory in my previous videos. So under the directory, I named it HTML full underscore full course. Then I created a directory inside the assets, and inside the asset, I also created a directory called image img. Then I created a file. I added a file which is a picture, my picture. Inside it, I also wrote text, yeah, so that I would be dropping some of all these things either rather than typing it to wasting our time, so that we concentrate more on learning and we move ahead. So like I said, we will be building a portfolio website. Like it, as a developer, you will need your own website. You will need to develop or build your own website that people can actually see what you've done and people can actually contact you. Like all some developers, most developers have their own personal website which they build, and you can actually build your website just using HTML for just for a start. But with time, you will improve on it and use your CSS and JavaScript to add styling and functionality to your website. So going back to my Visual Studio, I will do shift this in order to generate the boilerplate. We spoke about, I explained what the boilerplate means in the previous video. So the article, the title, now we just put the title. We'll call it my portfolio website. That should be the title of our website. And we said in the head, we said the head contains information about what we are writing, and they are very very important information that affect how the browser understand and render our website. So it's very important. Your heading must start from the head. And we said that HTML, this stands for the version of HTML that we're using, and this is HTML5. So everything is written inside this opening and closing tag. Then I said in the previous class that the head and the body are siblings. They are siblings. So everything is written into the body. So we've already written our title. Now, your portfolio website. How are we going to build a portfolio website? And remember, bearing in mind that we are using semantic elements so that our website can be be easily read and understood by both the browser and other developers. So remember, let me let me list it like this. Just bear with me. Let me. Okay, good. Looking at this, okay, where is it? Good. Let me drop it. Good. Just look at this. The semantic style, side by side. Remember, we say in order to make our website be semantic in nature, we need to follow some certain steps which are very important. Like every website should have a heading. Just type inside it. Good. And we are using indentation indentation so that our code will be more easy to read. It will still run even if you don't use indentation, but it's more visible, it's more appealing to the face, it's more easy to understand. So that's why we indent our code. So now we're inside the body. So first thing we said, I made mention of main. That mean all our other codes, all our codes are written inside the main. We can just press main and press enter. You see, it is not a self-closing tag. So everything is written in between this. It will work like this. So inside me, we have different section. Before we enter the section, we also have let's look at it now. This is the heading. What will be the heading of your website? And remember, we said that heading starts with H1. You press your enter key. What should be the heading of your website? Let's put our heading as our name. You can follow me. Okay, I'll just put Egwaoji. My name is Egwaoji. Egwaoji. Daniel. That is my name. That's my heading. So after putting that as my heading, let's just write. Let me put a P. A P stands for paragraph. Paragraph about my. Let me write a paragraph. Okay. I can put I'm a certified backend developer. Let me say backend back end developer, developer. Then let me also put this problem solver. as a as a software developer, we are actually solving problem. We are making life easy. You are contributing to the growth and making the world a better place. I can put tech. All these things I think I've written it in a file so that we just copy and just drag so that the time will be short. But let me just, yeah. So I'm good. So I've already written my heading. So I want, as I'm writing, that all the things I'm writing should be displayed. So this is just for you to know this section of, you should know how we are going to build our website. So this is just what I just want you to know. So I want to make it wider so that you can see, and let's show preview as we are building our website so that you can see how it's being rendered. You can see I've created my name. This is H1, and this is paragraph. So I'm done with the heading. Remember, we should keep it simple. HTML is for structuring. CSS is for styling. While JavaScript is for functionality. I can actually still style this thing using my HTML here, but it is not necessary. Keep the number one rule of coding, keep it simple. Let each particular file serve its purpose. HTML is the structure of the website. Just keep it simple. Because some of you were like, oh, can we not make it change the color? Yes, we can, but keep it simple. Now we are done with the heading, right? Now, see, when we wrote, we didn't even put the heading tag. Let me put the header, right? Header. So open and close. So everything here should be inside the header, so that it be semantic in nature. Cut, then paste. Our indenting our code. Everything is inside the header. So we've already completed this first assignment, the header. So the next thing is what we call the nav bar. Nav bar is like the navigation. Let's go back to our website. Let's go back to this website. So this is an example of the navigation. This is an example of the nav bar. So if I click on this, it is drop down menu. I can click on this and it will take me somewhere, navigating within all the content that are inside the website. So this is an example of a nav bar. You can see. So now let's also create a navigation bar in our application. And how can we create a navigation bar? Remember in our previous video, first of all, we will write the nav bar. This is the short hand for it. Then you press the enter. So everything will be written inside this opening and closing bracket. So this is the nav bar. Keep the code simple. Now the nav bar, what are we going to use? Remember we learned about list item. We learned about other lists and another list. So the nav bar is similar to is an anchor tag that if you click on it, it will lead you somewhere. That's just what it is. So now, since we want it to be rendered as a list, so we use on ordered list now, we use UL, then we press the enter. Then inside it now, we use the list item, press the enter, the autocomplete will complete it for us. Now we've already created the first list item. Now we want to add our anchor tag, and remember that anchor tag is known by A. Then you press the enter key. Good. So the href, remember we said the href is the attributes, and we said that there are some attributes that are peculiar to an HTML element. We made mention of it that even source is peculiar to image element, but this href is peculiar to the anchor tag, and in between this is where we will put our URL, the URL, or we call it the uniform resource locator. So let me just leave it for now. We've not placed any URL here. Then let's put what we want to do. Okay, let this be our about page, our about me. Let me put about me, because we are not creating multiple pages. We're just creating just one basic website. We also one page about me. Click on the about me. Good. Then the next one, what should we put? In order to make this thing faster, I will just copy this. Control C. Good. And paste here. It's still the same thing. So what will I put here in my about? Another this thing I want in my this thing. Okay, because we are building our portfolio. So about me, then project. Let's talk about projects. Project. Just follow along with me. Project. So these are the projects that I may have worked on, or you may have worked on. So when you are building yours, oh, I've created at the end of this lecture, so that oh, I've created a website using HTML element is an achievement, is a gradual process. Coding is requires practice. You don't start from the top, you start from the bottom, then you grow. So I started this journey like you some years ago. So it's just a normal process of growth. Then what again can I put after I've placed my my project? What again contact me, because definitely when somebody view your page they want to make reference, or they want to contact you that oh, you can do so and so this. I want you to build a website for me. I want you to work with my developers team to create this API and all this and this other stuff. So we do the control, then contact me. Just put it, contact me. Good. You can see how it is being arranged. So it's already know that oh, this is actually a navigation. This is already a navigation bar. The browser can read this. The browser can read it. The browser already knows that oh, this is the navigation bar because of this. So it's more easier for the browser to read, because when the browser can read it, it will rate yours higher compared to somebody that use div and use other things without specifying all these important things for semantic element. Now we are done with the navbar. So what next are we going to go to now? We can now go to section. Remember we started from the main, then we moved to the heading, the navbar. Now we are going to section, the various section. Let's go back to our website again. Let's make it big. Let's look for another website. Let's let's look about okay, BBC News. BBC News. Let's just look BBC. Good. So this is a website. Let's just click on this. So remember we said this is the okay, okay, this is the navbar. This is the navbar. You can see the navbar here. If I click on it, it's still the same thing, but they've used CSS to make it like this. So when we grow further, we will be doing that. So we can see now. So inside this list is the main, and now they have different sections. So this navbar is very important, because this navbar will actually take us to different sections, because this one is the sports, this is the business, this is the innovation, this is the culture, this is the art, this is the travel, this is the earth. So everything is inside this website that you're looking. This gigantic website has these different sections in it. So when you just click on it, it's the purpose of the navbar is to reduce the scrolling time. Oh, I'm interested in business. I'll just click on business. It is what I'm interested in. It is it I'm interested in. I'll just click on it rather than me searching, scrolling down, be searching, be finding oh, where is this one? I'm looking for this. So it reduces the time of you searching. Just with a click, you move to to travel. With a click of your finger, you move to where you want. So you can see this already in another different. This is just all about travel. So you won't see sports here. It's just all about travel and everything that you said you are interested in. So that's the purpose of the navbar. So let's go back to our code. So the next one is section. Just type the word section. So now this section now, as you can see, we've already created this navbar, and this navbar depends on each section. In case if our website is very very big, so once they just click on this, it will just show that aspect of the section they are interested in. So we'll write our code in between this line. Let's open it again. Let's widen it. Go to section. So the first section we're talking about is the about me. And remember, we said it is not all right for you to have multiple main heading. The main ending is your name, Egwaji Dane. This is the H1. So for this one, we can just use H2 and press enter. This is the H2 and we press enter. I want to make sure that this thing is properly indented. We cancel this. I want it to be properly indented. Okay, I think it is. It's just within. Good. I want yes to be properly indented so that it will be aligned, so that it will be more easier for fellow developers to see your code. It is more easier. Assuming I wrote everything straight line, you may be finding it difficult, but now you can see that oh, this is the body, and inside the body we have main. Everything is written inside this main, and inside this main we have the head, the navigation bar, and the section. You can see it's very easy indented properly for you to see. So we can just put our H2, then press your enter, then we write the about me, the about me page. Let me just make this one capital letter and this also capital about me. So you can see about me. Good. So what is the information about me? What information do you know about me now that I now need to add inside this? Inside this. So I've already placed some information in this file here for my about page, about me. So now let me click on this. So about me, I'll just copy this in order to save time for me typing. I actually copied this for my GitHub account. Let me do copy. Good. I'll press the copy. Let me go back to this thing about me. Then I can use H2, right? H3 for the next one. H3. Then I'll just put about me. I'll just put it inside. This is the information about me. I wrote it as H2. So should we really write it as H2? No. We can even write it as paragraph. So everything depends on how you want it to be. Everything depends on you. It is not really is it a heading? It is not a heading. So you can just look, oh, this thing is too bold. It's 83 like this. No, let me just change it to a paragraph. I can just make it a paragraph. It's an information about me, right? I can just make it a paragraph. You can see. I'm trying to scroll down back. So I've written it. So I can now move down. Information about me. I've already made it a paragraph. I don't want many unnecessary things. So I've just made it a paragraph. As simple as that. Information about me. But apart from this, I also want it your website should be colorful. You cannot just write text like Wikipedia. So let it be colorful. So I want to also add a picture of me. So remember we have to add a picture. We use the MIG, which stands for the image. And we said image has two major important attributes: the source and the alternative descriptive text. Let's click on it. See, when you click on your terminal, to show you the descriptive text, and I said it's important for screen readers. It's not everybody that can see. I'll just put a description of this text: image of Daniel, or photo of Daniel. So it will display here in case if your file is broken. So now, I remember in the last video I talked about the absolute file paths and the relative file path. I was making a mistake saying absolute file system. It was file path. File system is entirely different. It was just a mistake in that video. So we are now going to use the relative file path. This is the working directory. So how do we tell the computer where this image is? Using the working directory. So from this working directory, we know that it is inside the file called assets, then inside image, and inside this. That's where we arrive at this image. Wow, this image is pretty large. It's pretty big. Wow, it's taking almost all my whole page. I needed a small image, but now I don't want to use CSS now to reduce the size. So you can go online, you can actually copy it online, and you can reduce it. So let's continue. So the about me page, that's about me. That's a picture of me. So I've already written my the about me page. So we move to the next one, which is another different one, which is the project. So we type section again, section, then we'll open it. Then everything we are writing should be inside inside this section. You can see we can have multiple sections within your website, but you can only have one main. So everything is written inside it. You can have multiple sections. So the next one will be projects. It should also be, and let it tally. I remember for this one we use H2, right? So with the same way we just use H2, then projects. The project I've worked on or I've developed. So if you scroll down, I will actually look for a small picture. I'll look for a small picture and put, because this thing is quite large and I don't want to do any CSS here. I don't want to reduce the picture here yet, because with that one we'll do it when we are doing CSS. So I will look for, I'll reduce it. So the project I have done, I could have even made pictures of all this, but let's continue. The project I've done, let's go to my text now. Let's drag this a little. So much. No, this is not a responsive website, so we'll learn about that when we deal with CSS. I know some guys will definitely know about all this stuff. It's just to just use it to just refresh themselves. So I actually wrote multiple lines about myself. Oh yeah, I wrote some. Oh, here is a quick summary about me. I can equally put this in a list item. Should we just do it quickly and add it as a list item? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Let's just add it as a list item. This image is quite large, so what I will do is that let me for now just I will just remove a number so that it's a letter behind it so that it will not display yet. You can see when you because the computer cannot does not see any file called this. So inside this section, I've already written inside this section. Let me add some quick things about me. I've already written this one as my paragraph, or I can even change it to. Let's change it to. Should we change it to H6? Let's see what how H6 will display it. H6. Wow. Okay. I think paragraph is better because the H6 has its own texture anyway. But paragraph is fine with me. So let me just put it back as paragraph. So quick facts about me. So this is the next page, the next line. And we want to use, let's look at what I wrote here. I wrote, okay, good. So let me just copy this. I'll make this thing very, very fast. Let's copy this. Copy. Then come here. Come here. Then heading. Let me put heading 3. You move from one level to another. You don't just move heading 3. So quick fact about me. So what I've paste this. Good. So let's make it a ordered list. So ordered list, how we do it? Remember, oh, for the ordered list. Good. Then the content. So we're dragging the content one after the other and be putting it here. Dragging the content one after the other and be putting it here. Okay, let me drag this on. In fact, let me just drag everything. I will be editing them when. Yeah, yeah. Let me put. Let me paste them here. I don't want to be going back and be seeing them. Leave them the way they are. We be cutting them gradually. Okay, cut. Then paste here. That list that thing. Then the next one, which is this. Cut. Good. Then the next one, which is this. LX. So the same way you also build your own what you've done. Some of you are you have different projects that you may have done, even if it's not related to tech or you're just transiting to tech. Whatever you've done, just put it. You're just using it as practice. And in the next video, I will tell you how to host it on website, and you can show any of your friends, oh, I made this website, and it's a cool, fun fact. Very good. It will serve as a motivation for you to forge ahead and be a good software developer. Like I said, don't be afraid of little beginning. And there are resources online where you will use to learn. You have the W3 school, you have the Mozilla developers document, which I will also be opening so that you have a look at all these files. You have the Stack Overflow that you can use to learn and even understand. Copy. Then let me drag this thing a little bit. Good. No, I've written this before. Look, I wrote this thing a long time ago. So let me delete this. I've dragged this one already. So let me copy this. Cut. I'm cutting it. So control V is to paste, while control X is to cut. LX. Control C to copy. Then control V to paste. So I've done that. Let me delete this. You can see that our website is already getting big. So we've written our section. So let's go back to the text. You should have idea of what. So now we are going to our project, the project I've worked on. So here I want to use the article. You can see over there. I didn't even use article. I could have even used article over there, but let's just use the article here. So article, like you will be writing things about what you've done, like the normal way where article is. You could have even added it here. You could have added a tag here, and you can have multiple articles. So let's copy this from here. Let's copy this from here, so we won't have to come here again. Copy. Then let's go back to our HTML. You see our code is getting longer, so you can even come here like this and collapse it gradually. But I will leave it open so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Let me just close the head. I can close the head and open the body. Good. So the body is open. So let me just move down a little. I don't know what I placed behind. Okay, this is the ending of the first section that we created, the about section. This is the ending, and this is the second one, which is about our project, the project I've worked on. So I've written it project, then article. Let me just put this control, add it to this place. V, good. You can delete this, then I just delete this. So the project under article, for me to open, write it as an article. Remember, article is a semantic element. Article. So I just put it. The spelling of article. Click on it. Then everything should be written in between this line. So our article will be in H3. We wrote it in H3 heading. That's for the heading. Then the title of the article. That's the project that we've done. The first one. Just copy it. So that's just it. Then features of what we've done. We can write it. It may be long features of what you've done. That means that, oh, this application that I did the sign in, the sign up, I created the authentication in role-based authorization. I did the controller, the service, the create file, delete, and there are many things I did inside this API that I created. So I want to write it as a paragraph. So let me just put the features of it. You can actually write elaborate things that you've done and make it more big and gigantic. Just for practice. So just for you can write something bigger than this. You can write something interesting about what you've done. So I think that should be my first listing that I placed here. So I also placed an anchor for you to click and get where that will lead you to my account on GitHub. And I remember I spoke about this. So remember to write it. We want to write it inside the paragraph first of all. Then we'll type the P, then you enter, then the anchor tag A, press enter. So click me. Let me put click me. Oh no, let's click me. Good. So once someone click on this, let's scroll down. You can see our page. Our page is actually getting long. It's getting long. So I could have created this as a multiple page. I could have just created another directory, a core folder, and create, oh, this is my about.html, my contact.html, and the other one, my project.html. Then I will link all of them together. I can link all of them together, but I just want to just write it this way. So it's just a matter of choice. So the address, your uniform resource locator, where I'm going to get my GitHub account. I think I know it offhand. HTTPS then slash then www.github.com then slash your username. So my username is kikachuku at 137. Kikachuku at 137. So that's good. So that's for my page. That's for my portfolio. That's for the first article. We can have multiple articles. Then the second article that I was going to write, because there are two different projects. I've done different projects, so I just placed these ones as just some of them anyway, because it's just practice. So the same one. What did I put here? So I placed the second. This is the second one, right? This is the second one. The same. In fact, we can just copy what we did before and just to make what we are doing very very fast. So copy this, copy this, control, good, copy, then paste here, just paste it here. So what will I do? This one is still the same thing, so I will just delete this, delete this one, delete this one. What is the feature? The feature is this. Cut it from here. Good. I already pasted it there. So for this other one, you can also come here and just delete this. Oh, this is actually the feature, right? If you the feature. So this is the feature. No, okay, no, yeah, this is it. I'm correct. So copy, then paste. Good. As simple as that. So it's still the same link that is still there. So if you come down, I think if you scroll down, you can see it. What we are creating, you can see it display here, here and here. So that's, you can see our website is already moving. So now let's delete all these under ones here. We don't need them again. We are done. Now see the web page we've created. Look how beautiful it is. It's gradually coming out alive. It's very very simple. So I haven't added my picture because I'll look for a picture or just put a random picture that is quite small. So I haven't finished on this section. What next are we going to go to now? I haven't finished on this section. So we'll now go to the footer. The footer is the ending. So let's scroll up. Let's scroll up. So we created the about me. We've created the project. Oh, contact me. Wow. Okay. Let's quickly do the contact me page. So that means that we have a similar section. We'll create section again. Contact me. So what do we want to put in our contact me page? What do you think we should put there? So inside this contact me page, first of all, we'll just put the heading. The heading should be H2, right? Then we can put our email address. We can also put our GitHub account, but I've already placed it in. And we can put your email address. You can put your phone number. You can put where you want, how you want people to contact you. So let me just write this P paragraph. Then you can just put my email, contact via email, right? So first of all, you can remember it has to be, the first thing first is the heading, and we said the heading is H2. Good. H2. We've typed H2. Good. Then let's go back. We don't need to even put space here, right? You can just put it to contact me. Is it contact me we wrote? Yes, good. Contact me. Good. That's the contact me page, which is very fine and pleasant to the eyes. Then after the contact me page, what next should we put? Email. So you can put P, then email. What is the email? Your email address, right? You can just put email, your email if you want to. Email at, let me put Daniel at email.com. How do you want people to contact you? You put it there. It's still going. If you scroll down, you can see the email address, your phone number. You can still put P, or you can even do a list item of how you want them to contact you. Contact me. Let's use lists. So we'll use another list. Good. Alex. Let's put, then contact me through email. Then you can just put your email address here. Let's put Daniel. This is not actually my email address. I just placed just a random email.com. Again, Alex. We can put your phone number. You can just put your phone number 0. Just put a random number. Good. You can just provide your email. You don't even need to even type email. They definitely, people are meant to know that, maybe is this your email address that you placed in. Let's scroll down because our website is getting long. So Haven't done that, we can, what next should we add? Either they come, you can even put your address. If you want to give people as your address, you can just put, oh, number 24 Glover Road, let's go Glover Street, Abuja. Good. So you can see over here, you've already placed your email. So after completing this section and you are done that, oh, I'm already through with the section that I've created. Now I want to, you will now write the ending should be the footer. The footer. The footer. And your footer, you can just specify, very importantly, footer. And remember what I said? I said that we are indenting our code properly so that fellow developers can be able to understand our code. The computer can read it even when you don't indent properly, but fellow developers may not be able, it may give them difficulty understanding your code. So this is the section, and inside the section we have this other list, right? Let's indent our code properly. Then this is a child. All this list item is a child of the another list, so it should be inside. So you can see how easy it is for you to look through your code and even see error or see error, exactly, see error. So now the last part is footer. Again, press the enter key, auto complete. So what do you want to put at the photo? We want to put it in the paragraph tag, which is the P. Then we write and copy. No, it should be something like this, and copy. Then which year? 2025. Good. Your name, you can include your name. You can just put, let me just put Daniel. Then all rights preserved, and it's done. We are through. As easy as that. Look at the code that we've written. You can see how your codes. This is just a simple. Let me uncollapse the header. You can see how your code is. You can see how our code has become a little bit bulky. You can see how it's growing, how it has become a little bit bulky, and you can see the resulting effects. This is what we've built. This is our website. Remember your image. You will add your image, and I remember I said absolute. Really, I used relative parts. I used parts. Relative parts. You can see the website. So now let's go back. Good. I said I was going to, let me collapse this. Okay, let's see this website now. Click on this. Did it go to our back page? Click on this. Did it go to our project? Click on this. Did it go to our contact me? No, it is not responding because we've not had the href. The href, there's nothing, it's just empty. But if we click on this, it will go to our GitHub account. This is the website. You can see how it is now. If you click on this, it will open our GitHub account. My GitHub account. This is my GitHub account. So it has been linked properly to my GitHub. Let me go back to this place now. So let's look at our code. Now let me go down. Let's address this part, this href. I intentionally left this part. So what are we do what we do along the line is, let's go to the section. Okay, this is Fox section. Remember I said something like, I made the mention of attributes. This is an example of an attribute. We have some attributes are unique to a particular element, like this one is unique to a particular element, and we have what they call the global attributes. You can actually put a global attribute. You can put a class and you can put an ID. You can put a class and you can put an ID. So now we'll be using this ID, unique identification ID, and we'll be calling it what? This section is what? This is the about section. We'll call it dot equal to about, equals to about me. About me. Good. So this other one, project, let's add an attribute called ID, then equals to projects. Good. Is a small letter, is in small letter, or let's make it capital letter. The other one, the last one is this one. Let's just put an attribute called ID, and we press enter, then we'll put contact me. Contact me. So we are done with that. Then let's scroll up. Now href, to reference this, I said that you can put, this is actually a URL. So now see what I am going to do. Just watch what I will put as my URL. And mind you, as a developer, there's lots of information online. All these things I didn't just learn them from tutorial videos. We have lots of information online. I can click and go to my w W3 schools. Their information online concerning, I even spoke about the MDN web document. So information concerning any element that you want to know. And again, I wanted to introduce us to form, but I think this video is actually getting long. So I will do another video and talk about this form. This form is also an example by which they can actually email you and you get notification. Should we just add it to this video? I think we should, but this video is getting long, so let me just keep it simple and put it in the next video. So this is the form. So you can get information online concerning anything that you want. I have an account with MDN. You can actually sign in. It is free. We have all the tag. We even made mention of a horizontal rule. We didn't use the horizontal rule. We didn't use the break. I think we should just use those things that we actually created. We still make use of them along the line. So this way for you to get information online about your product, or get information online about what you are planning to do. In case if you forget anything, or you remember that, there's a code like this, you can just put it online. You can even use ChatGPT to just quickly remind you of what you forgot. So let's go back. So now for ID, you use this hashtag first of all. Then what you specify it as. So I think I will specify it as about me. About me. That's the ID I specified, right? I think it's about me. So let me just make it, because it's meant to be one word together. Let me just make it like about. There's no need of writing about me because there's a space. It may be having issue understanding this. Let me just make it simple. Make your code very, very simple. Let me go to my about page. Good. Let me change it to just about. Then the next one, I use project. So I placed it was a capital letter guy. Good. Project. Fine. Then this one, contact. Then remember, this is actually an ID. So ID, when we talked about CSS, we'll go further. But for now, when you use any attribute with ID, you have to use this hash sign in front of it. Hash sign in front of it. So I think that's is fine with our website. Let's go back to our website. I think it was opened somewhere. Let's go back to our page. Okay. Show preview. Okay. Let's open it in live browser. This is our website. You can see how it is. For now, we've not placed any image because the image was broken. It was very big. It was broken. That's why we didn't put any image. So you can see the information is actually displayed here. Assuming the page was very, very long. It was very, very long. The moment when you click on this, it will push this forward. But you can see that everything is here. Our contact page is here. Our project is here. This is the project that we made. Project and about me. Look, you can see it. You can see how the website looks like. Just imagine you're now adding CSS to this. It will bring out the beauty. And that website is actually a picture that brings it out. So let's go online. Let me just look for a random picture. I will open www. Let me just. I think it's Pixum to generate a random picture for me. But for you can have your picture on your laptop or your phone. You transfer it to your laptop there, or you can go online, just get a picture. You just get a picture. Good. So let me use this picture will I pick? Okay, let me just use one picture. Let me use this lady. I like her smile. I click on this, or I can look for, I can download it, but I don't want to download the picture. So I just want to copy the address of this picture. The address may be long. Anyway, so let me just copy the address of this and go back to my code. Where do we have the image tag? So I'm removing this. I'm deleting this because that's what I have on my system. I just want to put this. Wow, you can see how long it is. So let's see. Let's see. And mind you, remember that once. So this, I'm assuming this person is Daniel because I've on my alt I've already written the photo of Daniel. Because for the blind reader, they don't see the way we see, they don't see, but they have what they called screen recorder simulator. So it will read them. So when it gets to the picture, it will read the alt that is there. So there's a screen reader on it. So let's go back to our website. You can see the lovely picture. You can see her now being displayed properly. You can see a picture. So when we talk about CSS, we'll learn more about how to structure, how to style our website. So I believe that is enough. So thank you for staying tuned. So